Happy Friday! Yes, it's Friday. The weekend is here. I absolutely love Fridays. They are my favorite day out of the whole week. And today we have a Plan With Me video. This is going to be for the last week of October. As always on Fridays here we sit down to plan our following week so we can start the week strong. And yeah, I'm super excited for this layout. This is going to be a Halloween themed and super fun. So yeah, but before we start, if you have any suggestions for future layouts that you'd like to see me creating here in this channel, leave a comment down below and let me know. I always like to hear your guys' opinions. But yeah, let's go ahead and get started. Alright, so before we start here, I just wanted to let you guys know this layout, it's going to be a little bit different of what you guys are used to. If you have been here before and watched any of my Plan With Me videos, you guys know that most of the layouts that I created here are going to be utilizing different ephemeras like washi tapes, stickers, papers. I decided to do something a little bit different with this layout. One, I wanted to keep a black and white layout for this weekly log. And two, I wanted to really go with a magical kind of like scary theme. And to be quite honest, I didn't have enough ephemera that I could utilize to decorate this layout. So I just, decided to be a little bit more creative and actually utilize what I had in terms of paper and pretty much decorate my layout with doodles. So most of this layout, it is going to be filled with Halloween doodles. So I hope you guys are okay with that. If you're not that into doodling or you don't like to draw and you want to still recreate this layout, what I would suggest is either try to recreate the layout using ephemeras or stickers that kind of resembles what I'm drawing here. Or another option, of course, if you wanted to recreate this layout, it is to either Google or go on Pinterest and actually search for Halloween vectors, and you can find a ton of drawings, doodles with Halloween. They're very similar to what I'm drawing today, and you can actually print it out and fussy cut. So that's a very good alternative if you don't want to waste your time or spend a lot of time drawing, or if you just don't like the idea of drawing. That's a great option. I'll probably do that if I didn't feel like drawing. That would be a great option for that. So that's what I would suggest if you wanted to, again, to recreate this layout. But yeah, a little bit different. I try to avoid a little bit the Halloween colors with orange and all of that stuff because I wanted to be on a more scary side of it. So I thought black and white would be a good option. But yeah, feel free to, if you do decided to recreate, to go with, the Halloween colors, red, orange, purple, go to town. This layout can definitely be recreated using a lot of different Halloween colors as well. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started here on what I'm actually doing. So to start, I decided to cover up the full 2 pages with this tissue paper in black. And the reason why I decided to do that, because again, I wanted to be a more dramatic layout. I wanted to be more on a scary side than cute side. So I thought that covering up the 2 pages in black would be a good way to go. Now you don't have to do that. You can completely recreate this using white paper and whatever I'm doodling here with white ink, you can recreate it with black ink as well. But yeah, so I use tissue paper for that. And if you are here for the first time, you might not know that, but usually my weekly layouts is just one side of the page, which, for example, here on the left where I'm adding the dates, usually that's what my weekly layout consists of. This is just a very, not so common weekly layout here because this is the last week layout of October, and I had this extra page here on the right that I was not going to be doing anything with it anyways, so I just decided to fully decorate it. That's usually what I do on my last week of the month, if if the month has 5 weeks, or I usually this last week here always have this extra page on the right that I'm not gonna be doing anything with it, so I usually fully decorate it. But if the month happens to have 6 weeks, then of course I'm gonna be using this right portion for the final week of that month. Hope that makes sense. The next step here, it is to mark it on both sides of the page 1 inch per day of the week. I usually start from the bottom and work my way up, because the top portion I'm gonna dedicate that for my weekly title, and that is a little bit over an inch, so that's why I decided to start from the bottom, so that way every day of the week has exactly 1 inch, and whatever is left over I leave it for the weekly title. Now for this lines here that separates the weekly the days of the week, I actually use my Jelly Roll pen in white, and I use the 05, which is an extra thin line. For the numbers, for the date, and actually what I'm writing here, I'm using 2 other sizes. I'm using the medium, the 08, and the 10, which is the bold ink. And I just decided to go with this very bubbly numbers, and that look like, I don't know, it just reminds me of Halloween, this type of font for those numbers, with like what looks like is blood being dripped from the numbers. So I thought it was very Halloweenish. Is that a word? Probably not. But you guys know what I mean. But for the weekly title, I decided to draw a banner, and I'm using here, I'm pretty sure it's my Jelly Roll pen in number 5, I think. And I'm gonna be switching between the 05, the 08, and the 10 between those drawings here. Whatever I need a more precise line, I'm gonna be using the 05, and to fill it up, the spaces, I'm gonna be using the number 10. I just wrote this banner, and I wanted to play with the words, so instead of writing week 44, I wrote magic 44. You saw there? Did you get it? Yeah. I don't know, I just thought it was clever. Anyways, I just drew a portion bottom there, and with some leaves, very simple, nothing crazy. I try to make those doodles very simple, because if any of you guys decided to recreate this layout and you actually wanted to go ahead and draw the layout yourselves, would be something easier that you could still follow along and hopefully be able to recreate the drawings by yourself as well. So the paper that I'm using here on both top and bottom of the page, this one I got it from Hobby Lobby. It is from a paper pad that is all 4 seasons, and they had a bunch of different papers for Halloween themed, so I decided to go with those spider webs, and that was black with a bunch of white spider webs, again because I wanted to keep the black and white theme for this layout. So I just decided to add those 2 right there. And for this right portion of the page, I decided to draw this very typical castle. It's a very scary castle, and you're gonna see in a second here that once I'm done with the drawing, I am going to be adding some bats and a moon. So very scary. The idea behind in the beginning was to draw a witch flying above the castle with her broom, but then I just got lazy, I'm not gonna lie. That's why I'll suggest you guys, if you're really not into the whole drawing thing, just printed those doodles, because at the end of this layout I was already done filling all of this. That's one thing about me. I don't know if I ever mentioned that with you guys before, but if you've been here for a while, you guys know that I am an artist. I do a lot of illustrations and oil painting. I did some acrylic painting as well, but I prefer oil painting overall. And I can get into very complicated, especially when I'm doing portrait paintings. Those paintings of mine can take me about a few months, anywhere from 3 to 6 months to complete, believe it or not. They're quite extensive in terms of time frame, and it probably takes me that long because I'm not a very patient person. So probably not the ideal type of artist. And that's probably why I don't sit, by my easel very often, because I just don't have the patience. I just can't sit down for too long and stay just drawing or painting. And that's my problem with art in general. But yeah, so by the end of this here, I was like, I'll forget about the witch. I'm not gonna be drawing the witch with the broom flying over the castle. Let's just draw some moon with some bats, and then let's call it good. And yeah, I think at the end it was still very Halloween-y. I don't know, maybe I should have done something a little bit more dramatic. I was thinking about maybe doing some very scary, pumpkins, and I just at the end I was just so tired of filling it up with my Jelly Roll Pandas castle that I was just like done. So yeah, so I finalized with some bats and some stars, and that's pretty much it. We are done with this layout. I hope you guys enjoy, even though it was a little bit different of what we are used to here. I hope you guys got some inspiration from this layout today. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I hope you guys have a great weekend, and I'll see you guys on Monday. Bye for now.